Raise your hand if you've ever seen any of these movies or TV shows that are on my Netflix list. A lot of you probably have, but do you know what they have in common? All of these movies and TV shows were based on books. They were either based on individual novels like To All the Boys I Loved Before and The Kissing Booth and 13 Reasons Why, or they are based on characters from books, myths, and legends, such as Once Upon a Time, that has characters like Snow White and Hercules and Peter Pan. Others of them, such as the superhero ones like Black Panther, The Flash, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, were all based on graphic novels or comic books that have been written in the past. However, all of these stories did start out on the page. Books have been turned into movies and TV shows for years, and this year, 2019, is no different. I'm here today to introduce to you some of the books that are currently movies or are going to be turned into movies this year. I highly suggest that you read these books before you watch the movies because they always say to never judge a book by its movie. So I would like you to judge for yourself after reading these books and watching the movies. The first book I'm going to introduce to you today, you've probably already heard of on TV or on social media. It's called 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott. This book is about two teens who have cystic fibrosis, which is a genetic lung condition that causes breathing and other complications. The two teens in the book, Will and Stella, both find themselves in the hospital for different reasons and have very different approaches when it comes to their treatment and their health. Stella is very particular and very organized when it comes to her treatments and her health. Will is the exact opposite. He's an artist, he's laid back, easygoing about everything, including his health and his treatments. They form an unlikely friendship, but the kicker is they can't be more than 6 feet apart. So you may be asking me why the book is called 5 Feet Apart. This is something that is very particular to this novel, and you're going to have to read the book in order to find out. This movie came out a couple weeks ago, and I have the trailer here for you to show you.
Human touch. We need that touch from the one we love almost as much as we need air to breathe. I never understood that until I couldn't have it.
It never fades away.
This is my life with cystic fibrosis. Hi, Barb. So look at that thing on my face. What would I do without you? You'd die. People with CF aren't supposed to get within 6 feet because we could end up catching each other's bacteria. You followed me.
With the intent of introducing myself and Will Newman.
You're the kind of guy that ignores the rules because it makes you feel in control. Am I right?
You're not wrong.
You think that's cute?
Do you think it's cute?
There's no room in war, but
Do you know how lucky you are to be here?
Nothing is going to save our lives. We're breathing borrowed air.
These meds are not optional.
Yeah, that's probably why they keep shoving them down my throat.
Okay, we're gonna do our treatments together, so that way I know you're actually doing them.
Shake up.
Funny.
Don't tell me the one time you're interested in some guy, he's also got CF.
I just helped him set up his med card.
I know you still. Organizing a med card is like flirting.
6 feet apart at all times. Both know the rules. You catch this infection and you can kiss new lungs goodbye.
I don't want to hurt you. I can't.
This whole time I've been living for my treatments instead of doing my treatments so that I can live. And I want to live. After all the CF is stolen from me, I don't mind stealing something back. 304 millimeters, 12 inches, 1 foot. 5 feet apart. Are you in?
The next book I have for you is called Words on Bathroom Walls by Julia Walton. This book is about Adam, who has schizophrenia. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia when he was 12 years old, and he's currently 16 in this book. After an episode at school, he and his family decide that he's going to go to a new private school this year. So Adam is faced with dealing with his mental illness on top of growing up and on top of being the new kid at school. Everyone deals with mental illness or illnesses in different ways. Everyone has different experiences. For Adam, his schizophrenia comes in the form of visions and hallucinations of objects and people. The people that are in his head manifest in different ways. They all have different personalities. One of them is a girl named Rebecca. Another is a mob boss. These people are always in Adam's head. So he has to differentiate between what is real and what is not real. This is part of his disease. This novel is written in journal entries because Adam goes to therapy, but he doesn't want to talk in therapy. So his therapist gives him a notebook in which he writes down all of his responses to what she has to say during therapy. The entries are included in the book, which makes this a really fast and easy read. We get to hear Adam's thoughts about school, about life, about romance, and also about his illness. This movie was filmed last year in Wilmington, North Carolina. There is no word on when the movie is going to come out, but stay tuned and so you can see words on bathroom walls. Every moment in our lives has brought us to this single moment. This moment is for me to tell you about this book, The Sun is Also a Star, by Nicola Yoon. You might recognize the name Nicola Yoon because she also wrote the book called Everything, Everything, which was also turned into a movie a couple of years ago. This book is probably my favorite of the four, and it's a story of love, deportation, and creating your own path. In this book, we meet Natasha and Daniel. Natasha believes in science. She believes in facts. Fact number one, her family is getting deported in 12 hours from New York City back to their home in Jamaica. Daniel is dreading his Yale interview that he has at the end of the day when he meets Natasha, and both of their lives change forever. This book is a quick read and is told from multiple points of view. We get to hear Natasha's thoughts and we get to hear Daniel's thoughts. And it reminds us that moments matter and that not to take any moments for granted. This book was made into a movie last year and is set to premiere this year in May. I have the trailer for you guys to see.
What does America mean to you? Your removal is final. There's nothing you can do. I'm sorry. This is my home. New York is my home. 13.8 billion years ago, the Big Bang created the stars, the planets, the galaxies. Compared to the lifespan of the universe, our lives begin and end in a single day.
I'm Daniel.
Natasha.
What's with the notebooks?
Poems.
Poems. What are they about? Wait, let me guess. Love.
Not all of them.
I don't believe in love.
So no magic, no fate, no meant to be. What if I told you I could get you to fall in love with me? Just give me a day.
An hour.
What are your key ingredients to falling in love? My ingredients are friendship, chemistry, the X factor.
What's the X factor?
Don't worry, we've got it.
This isn't gonna make me change my mind, Mr. Plaid Tie.
Did you just call me Pad Thai?
Plaid Tie?
My family's from Korea, not Thailand.
Well, that is not what I said, so you can stop waiting for an apology.
Oh, I'm waiting for something, but not for an apology.
Now I don't hardly know, but I think I could love her.
I gotta go.
Natasha, what are you so afraid of?
Listen, I wasn't born here.
What?
My family is leaving tomorrow.
This is real, and I know you feel it too.
The choice we make. The path
day. What? A perfect day, start to finish, when nothing terrible or sad or ordinary happens. Do you think it's possible? I don't know. Have you ever had one? No, I've never had one either, but I'm looking for it. This is a quote from All the Bright Places by Jennifer Nevin. I saved this book for last because it's the heaviest and most serious of the four, but it's still a really good read. This book is about two teens, Violet and Finch, who meet on the ledge of the school's bell tower, 6 feet in the air. Violet is having trouble coping with the death of her sister, and Finch is always thinking about death. These two do not seem like likely friends. However, they get paired together on a school project in geography in which they have to explore some of the wonders in their state. Their explorations form a bond between the two that affect them in different ways. Violet and Finch's story is beautiful and heartbreaking all at the same time. This book does deal with some heavy topics such as anxiety, depression, and even suicide. This book, even though it has no date yet, is being turned into a movie and will be streaming on Netflix in the near future. So I hope you found these books interesting and that you'll check them out from the public library or from your school library so you can read them before the movie adaptations come out. And don't forget, never judge a book by its movie.